everybody. Welcome to week 12 of what I've learned about myself in graduate studies. Today I'm wearing the first hoodie I ever got. It even came with little thumb holes. And I think I got this. Yeah, it's been at least a decade. And it's actually kind of big for me now, because I'm about the same size right now as I was in about grade 4. So, yeah, I definitely have gone through a lot of changes, but, yeah, it's cute. My brother's afraid of it, though. Although I think he's gotten better. He used to have a lot of trouble with patterns, especially flower patterns. Because of Jumanji, actually. There is a scene where this human eating flowers went under a flower rug and then jumped out at people, but he's improved. Anyways, I should be talking about what I learned about myself. And I actually learned about things that really anger me and make me upset this week, and things that I'm, I guess, really sensitive about. Like, I could actually physically feel like a whole bunch of anger building up inside me, and I'm not good at expressing emotions, especially anger. But what happened was there was a class discussion. Well, not just a discussion, the whole class was talking about different types of medications used for different types of mental health diagnoses. And there's just a really big focus on the side effects and how the studies are really saying that meds are as effective-ish as psychotherapy, and there is kind of a big pressure or big bias from my perspective against medicines for mental health issues. And I ended up stepping up a few times because I felt like it had to be said that, some people can't live without these meds, and maybe some of the reasons why meds aren't shown to be effective in a lot of studies, or are only shown to be as effective as psychotherapy, is because it's so unique to each individual which antidepressant or which anti-anxiety medicine will actually work for them versus make things worse. And like, if you're not comparing a bunch of medications plus placebo plus no treatment or whatever, or plus psychotherapy, like, if you're not getting that whole comparison, then you're missing a huge part of the picture. Like, out of those, I don't know, out of that percentage of people that the medicine works for some people it might only work a little bit, but for some people it might have been the thing that saved their life. And I think I'm gonna have to start gradually opening up more and more in the classroom about my own personal mental health struggles. And like, I know a few different people in my class have gone to counselling, and a few have dealt with issues such as depression and anxiety, and a few have had issues with addictions and stuff, which, that's normal, but a lot of them still have this perspective that meds are not okay, and you should just do psychotherapy whenever possible and avoid medicines like the plague. And they were talking a lot about how, like, a lot of the research studies are biased because of pharmaceutical companies and things like that. And I agree, like, there are a lot of troubling things on the pharmacological side of things. But, I mean, if it wasn't for my meds, I would be long underground and probably mostly decomposed. I mean, like, I cannot live without my meds. And I'm not just talking about my meds for my diabetes and my physical health problems. I'm talking about my medication for my bipolar 2 and my medication for my anxiety. And it's just becoming harder and harder to not be fully open about my mental health diagnoses in the classroom. And I have opened up a fair bit about some things, but I think my classmates need to understand the perspective of someone who just has not been blessed with the greatest mental health, or someone who's has a lot of struggles that you don't quite see here. And I've had it mentioned to me recently that I put on a pretty good face. And that's why mental health issues are often invisible. You just learn to fit in and not let people in. Things to work on, right? Well, there's a group psychotherapy class that we're in right now, and there was a discussion actually on the things that we're all most afraid of or worried about in pursuing our dreams of becoming registered psychologists and counselors and all of that. And I had a lot of the same small issues that other people saw as bigger concerns, like finances and ethics and doing the big exams at the end and finding a practicum placement and all those things. But my biggest fear was that my numerous mental and physical health diagnoses would cause people to not let me continue in my program and would cause people to not even give me the chance to try and succeed. And, the first time I was ever rejected from a school was because I was 100% open and honest and like, look, this is what I'm struggling with. And they were like, nope, we don't want to do any harm and we don't think you'll get through this program, so no. And they said that to me over the phone, didn't put that in the written letter, of course, because I'm pretty sure, I felt very discriminated against, honestly, but at the same time I understood where they were coming from. You learn a lot about yourself in these programs, and you dig into a lot of deeper issues about yourself, and it can be really emotionally straining at times. But I mean, I've gone through similar things in my psychotherapy, and I've gone through pretty stringent educational programs and did an honors program for my bachelor's degree that involved doing a full load of courses plus a research project. And, I made it through with straight A's. So I'm more than capable. It's just, I have a lot of obstacles that other people don't have, but that doesn't mean I can't overcome them. But anyways, I'm going into a bit of a rant because I'm a little bit frustrated, honestly, but it's improving. I'm opened up to my profs a little bit and to some of my classmates, and I think when I do finally, like, let everyone know how extensive my struggles are, I hope that they'll be more accepting and mindful of, like, our clients aren't gonna be, like, our clients are on the same level as us, basically, like, I'm just trying to figure out how to put this, but there's so much stigma for mental health things, and I think a lot of people with mental illness get seen as less than, and that's BS. Quite mindly. Yes, we have our struggles, but we still can do great things. And it's getting late, so I'm gonna wrap things up. You guys all take care of yourselves and be selfful, and I will see you next week.